do subscribe my YouTube channel, like and share my videos.
Today our topic is Indian Scientists Part A. ARYABHATA 1. ARYABHATA 1 was the first of the major mathematician astronomers from the classical age of Indian mathematics and Indian astronomy. His works include an Aryabhatiya, which mentions that in 3600 Kali Yuga 499 CE, he was 23 years old, and the Arya Siddhanta. Aryabhata is the author of the several treatises on mathematics and astronomy, some of which are lost. His major work, Aryabhatiya, a compendium of mathematics and astronomy, was extensively referred to in the Indian mathematical literature and has survived to modern times. The mathematical part of the Aryabhatiya covers arithmetic, algebra, plane trigonometry, and spherical trigonometry. It also contains continued fractions, quadratic equations, sums of power, series, and a table of signs. Aryabhata II. Aryabhata II was an Indian mathematician and astronomer, and the author of the Mahasiddhanta. The numeral 2 is given to him to distinguish him from the earlier and more influential Aryabhata 1. Aryabhata's most eminent work was Mahasiddhanta. The treatise consists of 18 chapters and was written in the form of verse in Sanskrit. The initial 12 chapters deals with topics related to mathematical astronomy and covers the topics that Indian mathematicians of that period had already worked on. The various topics that have been included in these 12 chapters are the magnitudes of the planets, lunar and solar eclipse, the estimation of eclipses, the lunar crescent, the rising and setting of the planets, association of the planets with each other and with the stars. The next 60 chapters of the book includes topics such as geometry, geography, and algebra, which were applied to calculate the magnitudes of the planets. In about 20 verses in the treatise, he gives elaborated rules to solve the indeterminate equation by is equal to ax plus c. These rules have been applied to a number of different cases, such as when c has a positive value, when c has a negative value, when the number of the quotients is an even number, when this number of quotients in an odd number, etc. Aravind Krishna Joshi. Aravind Krishna Joshi, born on August 5, 1929, died in December 31, 2017, was the Henry Salvatore Professor of Computer and Cognitive Science in the Computer Science Department of the University of Pennsylvania. Joshi defined the three adjoining grammar formalism, which is often used in computational linguistics and natural languages processing. Joshi studied at Pune University and the Indian Institute of Science, where he was awarded a BA in Electrical Engineering and a DIISc in Communication Engineering respectively. Joshi's graduate work was done in the Electrical Engineering Department at the University of Pennsylvania, and he was awarded his PhD in 1960. He became a professor at Penn and was the co-founder and co-director of the Institute of Research in Cognitive Science. ABHAY VASANT ASHTEKAR. ABHAY VASANT ASHTEKAR, born 5th July 1949, is an Indian theoretical physicist. He is the Eberly Professor of Physics and the Director of the Institute for Gravitational Physics and Geometry at Pennsylvania State University. As the creator of Ashtekar variables, he is one of the founders of loop quantum gravity and its subfield loop quantum cosmology. He has also written a number of descriptions of loop quantum gravity that are accessible to non-physicists. In 1999, Ashtekar and his colleagues were able to calculate the entropy for a black hole, matching a legendary 1974 prediction by Hawking. Oxford mathematical physicist Roger Penrose has described Ashtekar's approach to quantum gravity as the most important of all the attempts at quantizing general relativity. Ashtekar was elected as member to National Academy of Sciences in May 2016. ABHAY K. BHUSHAN. ABHAY K. BHUSHAN, born 23 November 1944 in Allahabad, India, has been a major contributor to the development of the Internet TCP/IP architecture and is the author of the File Transfer Protocol and the early versions of email protocols. He is currently chairman of ARYABHATA and president of the IIT Kanpur Foundation. Bhushan is a graduate of the first batch 1960-65 from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, receiving a B.Tech in Electrical Engineering. Subsequently, he studied at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where he received a Master's in Electrical Engineering together with a degree in Management from the MIT Sloan School of Management. At MIT, he drafted the now forms RFC 114 and worked on developing FTP and email protocols for the ARPA net and subsequently Internet. In 1978, he was the director at the Institute of Engineering and Rural Technology in Allahabad and was also senior manager in engineering and development of Xerox, where he was a founder and manager of the Xerox Environmental Leadership. He also was a co-founder of both of the Yield Up International, which in 1995 went public on NASDAQ, and Portola Communications, which was brought by Nestef in 1997. ADITI PANT. ADITI PANT is an Indian oceanographer. She was the first Indian woman to visit Antarctica alongside geologist Sudipta Sengupta in 1983 as part of the Indian Antarctic program. At this time, women were not permitted to receive a reputable education. Dr. Anita Pant overcome these barriers and has become role model to all aspiring women scientists. She has shown that women can not only reach up to space but also to the farthest corner of the earth. She has held prominent positions at institutions including the National Institute of Oceanography, National Chemical Laboratory, University of Pune and Maharashtra Academy of Sciences. APJ Abdul Kalam. Aur Pakir Jainuddin Abdul Kalam, born 15 October 1931, died in 27 July 2015, was Indian aerospace scientist and politician who served as the 11th President of India from 2002 to 2007. He was born and raised in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu and studied physics and aerospace engineering. He spent the next 4 decades as a scientist and science administrator, mainly at the Defense Research and Development Organization and Indian Space Research Organization, and was intimately involved in India's civilian space program and military missile development efforts. He thus came to known as the Missile Man of India for his work on the development of ballistic missile and launch vehicle technology. He also played a pivotal organizational, technical and political role in India's Pokhran II nuclear test in 1998, the first since the original nuclear test by India in 1974. Kalam was elected as the 11th President of India in 2002 with the support of both the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party and the then opposition Indian National Congress, widely referred to as the People's President. He returned to his civilian life of education, writing and public services after a single term. He was a recipient of several prestigious awards including the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian honor. While delivering a lecture at the Indian Institute of Management, Shillong, Kalam collapsed and died from an apparent cardiac arrest on 27 July 2015, aged 83. Thousands, including national level dignitaries, attended the funeral ceremony held in his hometown of Rameshwaram, where he was buried with full state honors. AKHILESH K. GAHARWAR. AKHILESH K. GAHARWAR, born January 3, 1982, Nagpur, India, is an Indian academic and assistant professor in the Department of Biomedical Engineering at Texas A&M University. The goal of his lab is to understand the cell nanomaterials interactions and develop nano-engineered strategies for modulating stem cell behavior for repair and regeneration of damaged tissues. Gaharwar completed his postdoctoral training with Robert Langer at Massachusetts Institute of Technology and Ali Kadam Hassani at Harvard University. He received his PhD in Biomedical Engineering from Purdue University, Master in Technology from Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, and Bachelor of Engineering from Visvesvaraya National Institute of Technology. Amar Gupta, born 1953, is a computer scientist originally from Gujarat, India, and now based in the United States. Gupta has worked in academics, private companies, and international organizations in positions that involved analysis and leveraging of opportunities at the intersection of technology and business, as well as the design, development, and implementation of prototype systems that led to widespread adoption of new techniques and technologies. He has surmounted several strategic businesses, technical, economic, legal, and public policy barriers related to several innovative products and services. Anna Mani, born in 23rd August 1918, died in 16 August 2001, was an Indian physicist and meteorologist. She retired as the Deputy Director General of the Indian Meteorological Department, further served as a visiting professor at the Raman Research Institute. She made several contributions to the field of meteorological instrumentation, conducted research and published numerous papers on solar radiation, ozone and wind energy measurements. Avinash C. Kak, born in 1944, is a professor of electrical and computer engineering at Purdue University who has conducted pioneering research in several areas of information processing. His most noteworthy contributions deal with the algorithms, languages, and systems related to networks, robotics, and computer vision. Born in Srinagar, Kashmir, he was educated at College of Engineering, Gandhi, and Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. He joined the faculty of Purdue University in 1971. Ashok Sen, born 1956, is an Indian theoretical physicist and distinguished professor at the Harishchandra Research Institute, Allahabad. He is also a honorary fellow in National Institute of Science Education and Research, Bhubaneswar, India, and also a Morning Star visiting professor at MIT and a distinguished professor at the Korea Institute for Advanced Study. His main area of work is string theory. He was among the first recipients of the Fundamental Physics Prize for opening the path to the realization that all string theories are different limits of the same underlying theory. Amar Gopal Bose, born in November 2, 1929, died in July 12, 2013, was an American entrepreneur and academic, an electrical engineer and sound engineer. He was a professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology for over 45 years. He was also the founder and chairman of BOSE Corporation. In 2011, he donated a majority of the company to MIT in the form of non-voting shares to sustain and advance MIT's education and research mission. ASIMA Chatterjee, born in 23rd September 1917, died in 22 November 2016, was an Indian organic chemist noted for her work in the fields of organic chemistry and phytomedicine. Her most notable work includes research on Vinsa alkaloids, the development of anti-epileptic drugs, and development of antimalarial drugs. She also authored a considerable volume of work on medicine plants of the Indian subcontinent. She was the first woman to receive a doctorate of science from an Indian university. ALURU SEELIN Kiran Kumar. ALURU SEELIN Kiran Kumar, born 22 October 1952, is an Indian space scientist and former chairman of the Indian Space Research Organization, having assumed office on 14 January 2015. He is credited with the development of key scientific instruments aboard the Chandrayaan-1 and Mangalyaan spacecrafts. In 2014, he was awarded the Padma Shri, India's fourth highest civilian award, for his contributions to the fields of science and technologies. Kiran Kumar provisionally served as director of Ahmedabad Space Application Center. Anil Kakodkar, born 11 November 1943, is an Indian nuclear physicist and mechanical engineer. He was the chairman of the Atomic Energy Commission of India and the secretary to the Government of India. He was the director of the Baba Atomic Research Center, Tombe, for 1996-2000. He was awarded the Padma Vibhushan, India's second highest civilian honor, on 26 January 2009. AMIYA Charan Banerjee. AMIYA Charan Banerjee, born in 23 January 1891, died in 31 May 1968, was an Indian mathematician. ANIMESH Chakraborty, born in 30 June 1935, is a Bengali Indian academic and professor of chemistry. In 1975, he was awarded the Shanti Swarup Nagar Prize for Science and Technology in Chemistry by the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. SIVATHANU Pillai is an Indian scientist who formerly serves as Honorably Distinguished Professor at Indian Space Research Organization 2015-2018 and an Honorary Professor at IIT Delhi in the Department of Mechanical Engineering 2015-2016 and a visiting professor at the Indian Institute of Science 2014-2015. He is the President of Project Management Associates and is the former chairperson of the Board of Governors of the National Institute of Technology, Kurukshetra. Amal Kumar Rai Chowdhury, born in 14 September 1923, died in 18 June 2005, was a leading Indian physicist known for his research general relativity and cosmology. His most significant contribution is the eponymous Rai-Chowdhury equation, which demonstrates that singularities arise inevitably in general relativity and is a key ingredient in the proofs of the Penrose-Hawking singularity theorems. Rai-Chowdhury was also revered as a teacher during his tenure at Presidency College, Kolkata. Many of his students have gone on to become established. AJOY Ghatak is an Indian physicist and author of physics textbooks. AJOY Ghatak has written over 170 research papers and more than 20 books. His undergraduate textbook on optics has been translated to Chinese and Persian, and his monograph on inhomogeneous optical waveguides has been translated to Chinese and Russian. In 1995, he was elected Fellow of the Optical Society of America for distinguished services to optics education and for his contribution to the understanding of propagation characteristics of gradient index media, fibers and integrated optical devices. Ambarish Ghosh is an Indian scientist, a faculty member at the Center for Nanoscience and Engineering, Indian Institute of Physics. He is known for his work on nanorobots, active matter physics, plasmonics, materials and electron bubbles in liquid helium. Arun Kumar Pati. Arun Kumar Pati is an Indian physicist notable for his research in quantum information and computation, the theory of geometric phases and its applications, as well as quantum mechanics. He has made pioneering contribution in the area of quantum information. He is considered an important physicist in the field of quantum information and quantum computation in India. Archana Bhattacharya. Archana Bhattacharya, born in 1948, is an Indian physicist. She specializes in the field of ionospheric physics, geomagnetism, and space weather, and is director of the Indian Institute of Geomagnetism, Navi Mumbai. Amitava Rai Chaudhary. Amitava Rai Chaudhary is an Indian theoretical practical physicist. He is a professor emeritus at the physics department of the Rajbazar Science College, University of Calcutta, where he earlier held the Sir Tarak Nath Palith Chair Professorship. He is the nephew of another renewed Indian physicist, Amal Kumar Rai Chaudhary. Ailam Parameswaran Balachandran. Ailam Parameswaran Balachandran, born in 25th January 1938, is an Indian theoretical physicist well known for his extensive contributions to the role of classical topology in quantum physics. He is currently an emeritus professor in the Department of Physics, Syracuse University, where he was previously the Joel Roman Stiles Professor of Physics between 1999 and 2012. He has also been Fellow of American Physical Society since 1988 and was awarded a prize by US chapter of the Indian Physics Association in recognition of his outstanding scientific contributions. Ayangari Sambashivarao. Ayangari Sambashivarao, popularly known as A.S. Rao, 1914 to 2003, was an Indian scientist and founder of Electronics Corporation of India Limited, Hyderabad, Telangana, India. A.S. Rao completed his MSc in Physics from Banaras Hindu University and then Masters in Electrical Engineering from Stanford University. Amartya Kumar Sen. Amartya Kumar Sen, born 3rd November 1933, is an Indian economist and philosopher who since 1972 has taught and worked in the United Kingdom and the United States. Sen has made contributions to welfare economics, social choice theory, economic and social justice, economic theories of feminist decision theory, development economics, public health, and measures of well-being of countries. He is currently Thomas W. Lamont University Professor and Professor of Economics and Philosophy at Harvard University. He was awarded the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences in 1998 and India's Bharat Ratna in 1999 for his work in welfare economics. If you like the video, share with your friends and relatives. Please do subscribe our channel. Thank you.